Okay folks, thanks very much for joining us. Today I'm going to be tying up another Beadhead Salmon fly. So it's going to be a gold bodied Willie Gunn tied in a Cascade style. Okay, so as always, first thing we do is add on our thread. And as I'm going down, I'm going to add in some gold oval. And this gold oval will act as a tag. And because it's a single, we'll go right down to the bend and come back over on it, on our thread with the gold oval. And you should start to see a little bit of this fluorescent orange thread come through, which will act as hopefully a nice trigger point as well. Okay. So again, whatever turns you're comfortable with, it could be 3 turns, 4 turns, whatever size of tag you like yourself. Okay. Just cut off our excess. Okay, so the tail for this fly, as I said, it's Cascade style, so it's going to be a mixed bucktail. It's going to be basically black, orange and yellow, and this is pre-prepared bucktail that I always use. I basically stack it and secure it with a bit of super glue. I've got a wee video I'll put in the description of how to prepare this. And what you need to do is just put off the amount you need and then cut it off. Okay, and for this size of fly, you probably want about twice the length of the shank. So I'm doing a pencil loop very light, because the last thing we want to do is put pressure on this and it starts to splay. You end up looking like a muddler for your tail. I'm just keeping the tail supported as I'm going along here. I'm going right down to the tag. Just light pressure. Notice I'm unwinding the bobbin as opposed to putting pressure on to unwind it. Okay. So that's the tail. Again, if you start putting pressure on now, that will splay. So the way I get around this is I put a bit of super glue. Put a bit of super glue on the thread. And then this will secure it in, but without having to put any pressure on it. Okay. And then just trim off your excess and neaten up as you go along. Okay, and then I'm going to add in a wee bit of flice into the tail. So because of the size of this, I think 3 strands will be more than enough. Okay. Those don't even need cut, lucky enough. Okay, and then for the body, if I can find it here, is going to be it's going to be gold holographic braid. You can use flat tinsel, but I just prefer the braid. It's a bit more durable, it's quicker to tie with. So I just secure that in. A few wraps. I don't go right down to the tag on this, because the first turn will bring that down. And then what I'm going to do is, as I bring the thread back to the eye, I'm going to put on some super glued wraps, which will help secure in the tinsel. It'll also make it easier to tie as well, so it doesn't slip. Okay, so just one full wrap first of all before you start to make your way down. Okay. This tinsel's a bit more forgiving too. If you've noticed, if I was doing flat tinsel here, I'd make sure that there was no bumps. But for here, with this kind of braid, it's totally fine to have bumps because it's all covered. Again, speed things up a bit. Okay, so that's the tail and the body. There's no rib for that kind of tinsel. Next we're going to put on the wings. For the wing, I've got black fox pelt. I'll just pull off a pinch. This is a fine mobile hair, but we want to make sure we remove all the bulk. So I'm holding in the centre here of where I cut, removing any bulk. All that under fur, and then again, likewise, want to remove the stiffer guard hairs. You can leave a few on if you like, but it'll just help it be a bit more mobile. Okay, and then just work away until you have the density you like, and I think that looks good. So you want this to go to the back of the hook. So I'm going to put this on here with a pinch and loop. But before I pull tight on that, I'm going to wet this side. Hopefully you can see that okay in the camera. I'm going to cut off what will become the excess before it's fully secured in. The reason for that is once I pull this, you can see the excess pulls in tight and it gives it a neater head and more secure behind the bead as well. Okay. Next thing I'm going to put on is a few jungle cock. So you can put them on as eyes at the end, or you can put them on now. It's entirely up to yourself. But I prefer them to be beside the wing, just a wee bit more mobile. Okay. A few loose turns first of all. Let's see how it looks. Okay. Happy enough with that there. Now these are loosely in, but there's enough pressure to hold them in before I add in a few wraps of super glue. Again, this will make sure that they don't slip out. It'll also screw in the hair. Now you have fox hair, which is grand, but if you had squirrel, you definitely need the super glue to make it more secure. Okay. And then, next thing we need to do is add in a couple of hackles. So, first hackle is your yellow cock hackle, and this is going to be slightly longer than the front hackle. I just break off the ends and expose a few fibres. In fact, before I do any of that, I need to wax my thread. Okay, so expose a few fibres, creating a V, then tie into the base of the V. Pull the fibres back on themselves and then start tying in. And that means you're tying on top of the stalk twice. It's a lot more secure hold. Next I'm just pressing down on the fibres, trying to turn as many fibres as I can to point downwards. Don't worry if you don't get them all. And then you can also use your fingers at the end there just to catch any ones that are missed. Okay, and then we just turn our hackle on the flag, so that's one. I'll probably do two 2 wraps in this colour. So 3 or 4 turns to secure that, and I'll do another 3 or 4 turns on top as I'm putting on the next hackle. Okay, again I'm going to break off the tip, create a V shape with about 4 or 5 fibres, wax the thread, and at the base of the V tie in, pull the fibres back and tie those fibres back on top of the stalk. Okay. Now we train the fibres downwards as before. And again, we'll probably do 2 turns of this here, it'll be more than enough. So I'm going to pinch off any excess fibres. And just keep working that round. Okay, so a couple of turns on top and double the stalk back, hold everything secure. Try not to go on top of the hackles, but just the stalk. Do a couple of turns to secure that in. Okay, we'll cut off our excess. Now for a regular fly, I would do a coat of super glue and 2 coats of varnish, but for this, because the bead will protect your head really, I'm just going to do 1 coat of varnish. I'm going to do it now before I put on my whip finish. So I'll get a wee needle here and put on maybe 2 inches of varnish. And then just, you'll see I hit a hackle there, so I need to make sure I pull this out. Don't want that to clump against any of the other fibres. There you go, you've seen the tweezers and how handy they are. Okay, so that's your varnish on, which will really embed into the head there. Secure the hackle as well, and then just a couple of turns to secure if a whip finish. Cut it off, and that's it. That's your Gold Willie Gunn Cascade beadhead, folks. Hopefully you found that useful. It's a fly that I haven't fished much myself, but if you fished it yourself or any Willie Gunn, so drop us a wee comment below and let us know how you get on with them. I'd say this one, yeah, definitely give this a go the next time we get some water. Hopefully it won't be too long. Okay, as always folks, if you like the video, hit the like button below, and thanks very much for watching. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button please, and you'll get to see more of these videos hopefully in the future. All the best, thank you.